Welcome back, people. It is episode 38 of season 3 of the Taxi Squad podcast. We are officially back. Sorry for the video recording nonsense as of last week. We were a little boomy, and this week we hope to bring you a far better product. We tried to do hours of editing with the video and all of it, but just said, fuck it, we have a new recording program, and we are off to the races. Vince, how the fuck are you?
I'm good, dude. We're running through one single audio channel this time. So even if it's boomy, we're going at the same time. It's going to be all right. We're together again next week. Back to Arizona for Chicago Mike or Mountain Mike, excuse me.
Pick one. In this week, Chicago Mike.
Chicago Mike, you're back. Yeah.
Last week, I was still Chicago Mike last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, whatever.
2 weeks in a row, Chicago Mike. When he goes back to Arizona, then he is, in fact, Mountain Mike. For this episode, he is Ficus Mike.
Ficus Mike.
Ficus Mike. What the ficus up is Mike?
That's crazy. It's fucking Ficus Mike.
So
like
we are back, and we are here with the strange and unusual, and it is
Yeah.
surrounding our beloved Chicago Bears.
It's close to home.
Very close to home, Vince. You shot this to me today.
Yeah, so Mr. Alan Williams, the defensive coordinator of the Chicago Bears, the defense coordinator of the esteemed defense this year, this man is up to no good.
I don't know what he's doing.
And the beauty of it is that no one knows what the no good is.
What are these allegations potentially? Like, he got raided by the FBI at his home, Hallis Hall.
And at Hallis Hall. And this came out earlier today,
bananas.
and now he is officially resigned. He is out as the defense coordinator of the Bears.
Wow.
So, good riddance, bud.
Do we want to throw out some allegations just to think, like, what did this guy do?
Okay, so this is going to be a big allegedly.
Allegedly.
Everything is allegedly here. Everything that we say is alleged.
Allegedly.
That's what we're going by. Supposedly, there could be something to do with treason.
Treason?
That's a whole umbrella that I don't know what to get into. I also heard some other stuff about some Jared from Subway type deal.
Oh, no.
Don't know if that's true either, so I don't want to put that on the guy. But when he did resign, he did send a letter on the what do you call it? The paper stock or whatever of the Bears?
Yeah.
It's with great regret that I tender my resignation as the defensive coordinator of the Chicago Bears. He said he's going to take a step back to take care of his health and his family after he gets raided at work. So
what are you looking up on that company computer?
that's kind of where I'm at.
What are you?
Well, that's what I'm saying too. Is like he got raided, so that means there's probably something in person, which is even a little more concerning.
Do you think he killed a guy? Allegedly?
Anything could be true? See, this is the thing too. Is
What?
I'm concerned that it's something really fucked up because no one wants to report what it is.
Is it like some real like Sandusky type shit, you
Because
think?
well, you got to assume that a lot
is
of people
going
in the
on?
media have heard about it and they've looked into it and they figured out what it was and they don't want to say anything until it's confirmed because they're going to do what we're doing right now. Like, I literally just called him Jared from Subway, and maybe he, like, stole a bottle of ranch.
I mean, he could have stole a bottle of ranch.
Yeah, I
he
don't think-
could have coached Penn State. I don't know.
And the fun thing about it, too, that we just figured out is, and this could be wrong because it's on whiskeyriff.com, so who fucking knows?
Shout out to whiskeyriff.com.
Yeah, so internet stunned to find out former Bears cornerback Charles Peanut Tillman is an FBI agent amid D.C. Alan Williams' sudden resignation.
Fucking peanut
So
punch
he's
Tillman.
I was going to say he just did the peanut punch to him out of the whole fucking building.
Fucking peanut punch Tillman is legitimately out here. Fucking, used to be a dog on defense, punching balls out left and right.
Yep.
And now he's punching out fucking allegations.
Yeah, now he's punching out full-ass defensive coordinators out of the whole system.
Holy shit.
So this is a success story for Peanut Tillman. This is not a success story for Mr. Alan Williams. All I can hope is that it's not anything too fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, for real. The Bears are kind of famous now for really fucked up things happening like every decade and not just about the team.
Yeah.
Because then there was Sam Hurd who got popped selling copious amounts of cocaine.
A lot of cocaine. Like
in the major
tons,
Chicagoland
like tons.
area. And they popped him at Gibson's. No, they popped him at Morton's in Rosemont.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Worse
that
than Gibson's.
that happened almost 15 years ago now. And now you have this
Yep.
who it would be like insane to me if Peanut is behind the demise of the Bears defense
Yeah.
this year.
No way. He wants them to be good, dude. He's committed
Does
to
he?
them being good. Yeah, he always says
Peanut.
that. Why would he
Although-
want the Bears to be bad after he leaves? I think he
True.
wants, like, he wanted to win a Super Bowl. They didn't win one, and now he wants to get one for them somewhere else.
Well, the man does have a job to do, right?
Yeah.
And if he's a part of the FBI now,
He is. He's
I'm-
an agent. I mean, let's be honest, though.
Special Agent Peanut.
Former NFL guy. He's one of the smarter players. As long as his brain's intact, like,
which it clearly is.
why would you not want him? Athletic freak, knows how to hit it, knows how to tackle a guy.
I mean,
Think how
yeah.
useful that could be in the FBI?
Well, okay. How much time, I wonder, did he spend at the Bears training camp this offseason?
Maybe
That's a real thing.
Maybe he was kicking it at training camp, and he's like, "This Allen guy's giving me some weird fucking vibes." And then he starts looking into it, and he's like, "Oh, look at these files on his computer," and just started clicking into it, and he's like, "That is a boy," or something like that.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
I don't know, and
all allegedly.
I'm gonna keep on this as it goes throughout this show.
We
So
are monitoring this actively. Vince is all a part of the Twitter
what
world.
did he do?
What did he-
X.com. What did he do?
What did he do? And to circle back on last week's Strange and Unusual, big update for everybody is if you didn't know, Mel Tucker is fired for his infidelities.
Duh.
Whoa, that was heavy.
Duh. I
Like,
mean,
we all didn't see that coming.
someone that was brought in to talk to the team, like, duh. Come on.
coming to talk to the team about how not to treat women, and their head coach didn't follow the rules, nor did he follow anything that she probably was preaching whatsoever.
The coaching staff is stunned by the news. One of the coaches told them it's fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy.
Dude,
he
I
kill a
want to know
guy?
what this guy did. I mean, it's going to be out when this episode, drops in
24
5
hours?
Well, no, 5 hours.
5 hours.
From right now, yeah. So
midnight.
now until 5 hours from now. Fun fact: we record at 7 o'clock today.
What are you going to do?
Now? Well, it's good.
Fucking
What do you
troubles.
think we're recording this at 11 o'clock and then posting it at 12?
Got
Come
it.
on.
Got
we
it.
got work still, guys. We can't do this full time. I wish.
Not yet. Not yet.
But yeah, I mean, this has got to be. This is probably going to be out come morning. Like by the time anybody's listening to us, they're probably just like, "Damn," and then it's just it'll be something way less than be like, "Stop calling him Jared."
But
from
does
Subway."
this affect the Bears season, and is this such a distraction now?
Is their
where-
defense good?
I'm not even talking about the defense, just overall as a team. Is this going to fuck the team over royally?
It could.
I mean, for real, the season's already gone on
They're
to a
not
hot
very
start.
good. Yeah, they're not very good right now.
They're not very good. I don't think they're very good at all.
Yeah.
And they spent the most money on defense. Was
Yeah.
that in his guys?
I mean, it's got to be, right?
I
Well,
don't know.
Eberflus is also a defensive coach. You got to assume that's his
Loose.
system. And also, this guy came from the Colts, so
So does this bring a whole new reference to the Flus is loose? Ugh,
depends on what the
gross.
flus is. No one ever said what the flus was. So you could be right, buddy.
I mean, it is Eberflus. So, I mean, does this go to the credit of Matt Eberflus?
I don't want to blame him on that. Depending on how
No.
fucked
I mean,
up
he
it
wasn't.
is.
How the fuck was he supposed to know? I mean, is the whole coaching staff going to get fired? Maybe there was some collusion.
Dude, maybe.
Collusion.
I doubt it though, unless because if the story goes, the whole coaching staff, what do they do?
But if
Virginia
like
McCaskey comes in, lays a foot down.
the Chicago Bears took the unusual step Wednesday of denying rumors of an FBI raided Hallis Hall.
That happened. That
So
definitely happened.
they denied it. Though.
Yeah, but it happened.
Yeah. Some real gangster shit. I mean, hey, it is Chicago.
I hope it's something cool. I hope it gives the Windy City name proud. I feel like it's not something cool, and I feel like it's something pretty fucked up. So we'll see what Alan Williams did. You know we're going to be going off on the socials tomorrow about it, or today,
man.
quote
This
unquote.
This is bananas.
But yeah, Mel Tucker fired.
Mel Tucker fired in other news. Now, in all of this, who knows, Vince? Maybe if he would have shaved, kind of got some stubble to
He's
him.
going to have a court date. And he's
See,
got to look
he's
good for his court date.
He's going to have a court date. None behold. Going to definitely have a court date. And he's probably going to have to look mighty innocent for that court date. And if you want to look innocent and clean shaven, you should take the steps of using the wonderful brand and sponsor of the Taxi Squad podcast, Henson Shaving Group.
This part of today's episode is brought to you by none other than our friends at Henson Shaving. If you guys have been listening to the show for a while, you already know that we swear by Henson shaving. We've been using them for months, and there really isn't a better product out there. The Henson razor puts an end to shaving irritation and cuts while also making your skin feel comfortable and smooth. This razor is made by using CNC machines to aerospace standards. That's right, rocket ships, people. That means it's made to very tight tolerances, meaning that the combination of how securely it's held and how minimally the blade is exposed delivers a smooth and safe shave no other razor can offer. It's literally one blade. Be safe. Please be safe. They're very sharp. You twist on the top and you get to work. It's that easy. You remember the beard bet? You remember me shaving off the whole thing. If you need to watch somebody use it, go on my Instagram and check it out because it's really that easy. Cost of ownership averages $88.20 every 2 years, which is essentially $177 less than normal cartridge razors. They're sustainable. It's precise. It's Henson shaving. It's got a nice weight to it. It's made out of metal. None of this plastic garbage. So please use the promo code THETAXISQUAD, THETAXISQUAD at checkout, and you'll receive a 100-pack of blades free with the purchase of the razor. So you go on the site, you add the razor that you're looking for, and then you add a 100-pack of razors, you'll get those for free. For most users, this amount of blades will last you 2 to 5 years, depending on how often you shave. So that promo code, again, is TheTaxiSquad at HensonShaving.com. Go check it out. College football was good. We were together this time, Mike.
We were.
We've been together a lot.
Shout out to JC. We have been together a lot the past couple of weeks. You know, I mean, the fam was like all gung-ho, and I was out of town and in town, and we were recording podcasts and hanging with the boys. We had a good boys' weekend. Drinking gin. Went out, had a party night with the boys.
Oh, yeah.
You know, little Latina heritage fest for my boy Vinny over here.
It was fun, though. We were getting down.
It was a great time. We got down Saturday. It was a chill day. Watched some football. Ate some delicious food.
Oh, yeah.
You know, shout out to Chef JC on that one. And we had a pretty good docket of games. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah. Played some music, too. It was always a good time.
Oh, yeah.
We were singing some Michelle Branch, and I'm man enough to say that we were singing some fucking Michelle Branch, and it was awesome.
I mean, listen. Didn't she do White Houses?
I don't know. I know she did Everywhere. To me, when I close my eyes, it's you I see. That
right,
I'll
we're
tell
not going
ya.
to get copywritten for
And
that.
I'm
All right.
everywhere to me. Okay.
Back to college football.
I think the first one, if we go down the slate here, I'm just looking at that Florida State game and how that was looking questionable for a little bit there.
I mean, to get boat raced by Boston College,
You need to figure out what boat raced means.
I'm going to look
They
up the
still
technical
won the
definition.
game.
I know,
Still
but
won
it was
the
a
game.
close game, 31-29 to Boston College
I'm sick of you using this
at
boat
Boston
race.
College. I mean, if you look at the stat line here, yeah, Jordan Travis had a hell of a game.
Boat race to be beaten very badly at something. They won the game.
But they almost got beaten. That's the thing, and
Yeah.
they were good, man. They're supposed to be like top of the ACC.
I mean, and they schmirked LSU, dude.
Yeah.
And this isn't to discredit Boston College at all, but Florida State's one of those teams that you think is just going to be the best in the nation.
I don't know if
they're
they're
going to get a couple times.
I don't know if they're going to be best in the
They're
nation.
competing to be.
They're top 5 right now.
Ends today. They're in the playoff.
I mean, they're ranked
Essentially.
4
Yeah.
in the standings. I
Right.
mean, I will say this though. I mean, Jordan Travis is still a dog. Didn't throw a pick. Didn't do anything too out of bounds.
Yeah, I think this was more of a defense thing.
Yeah, it really was. I think they snoozed on Boston College a little bit. Thought they were going to go into Boston and knock some heads, and didn't really work out for them.
Nope, but it ended up still getting the win. They're still 4th in the nation. They'll be all right. LSU, good. 12th. As Florida State keeps winning, they're still going to climb up the ladder anyway. So
Yeah, I
we'll
don't
take
agree
that.
with that. I mean, hey, Notre Dame's 9 because they pumped Central Michigan. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
You're a hater, dude.
I'm not a hater. It's just
like
real.
They win, and then you're like, whoop-de-doo. But if they lost, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, come on.
I wouldn't be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, I told you so.
No,
Like,
that's
next
what I'm
weekend.
saying. You are waiting for it to happen. You're
No,
doing the
I'm
same
waiting
thing.
for them to
You're
play
doing
a
the
real
same
opponent.
thing with USC.
I'm-
You're like, I'm not going to react because when they lose, you're like, I knew this was going to happen. This is a formidable opponent. I'm enjoying it as it goes.
I'm not
enjoying
like
my
out
time.
here fucking 3rd place on my standing. Like,
See, you love
like
that one
fucking-
too. I'm going to enjoy my team while they're good. I don't have any other team that's any good. I think that we should be able to enjoy these situations before shit goes bad.
Listen, you gotta smell the roses.
Right.
I get it. I get it, and I know you're excited about your quarterback.
I'm not even
who transferred and did all that.
He's a beast.
He's a beast against really shitty competition. So, I mean, I bet you I could complete a pass against whoever the hell they played.
We're not doing this again.
I
Central
could
Michigan,
stand in the
Central
pocket
Michigan.
and deliver a dime against Central Michigan.
Sure. I would love to
Put
see
it
that.
out there.
If anybody wants to host us, any college level, it doesn't even have to be D1. We'll do D3.
No, we'll do D3.
Yeah. Well, no, that'd be better for you because you're either going to go Central Michigan D1 or you go against North.
I will stand in the pocket and deliver a
If
laser.
anybody's in North Central College and can get Mike to just stand in the pocket and be completely fine with running full game speed, I would love to see that. I'd say 4 downs, 4 sacks, call it a day.
4 downs, 4 sacks?
Easy. Done.
But what if I knew the playbook?
Still.
I mean, what
Quick
if I
release.
didn't Justin Fields the playbook?
You just walk up. You never played quarterback.
No, I
you
didn't.
just walk up. You're like,
right tackle.
"Blue!" You're just commanding the offense.
We'll
like,
see.
Okay.
We'll see. Hey,
yeah,
man,
I'll
might
play
be
wide out.
Hey, I don't know if these needs. Let's face it, Vince would be far more of a blocking tight end if he was anything. Now,
Yeah.
okay, so your Notre Dame boys, yeah, they went out.
They
and did
won
it.
a game, and I'm happy about it.
Now, the game I'm questioning right now is Alabama.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, really close game against South Florida.
Weird.
And I just they started a new quarterback in Ty Simpson. He went 5 for 9.
Well, they had a couple quarterbacks in the game as we were watching. We were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess Milroe's back. Milroe's going to be playing quarterback for the rest of the year. That's probably good for them, given how the quarterback play went this time. I mean, you got to go back to him. He's the most proven, right?
Yeah, he's the most proven. This kid's a transfer. I mean, here's my issue. Like right now, if Alabama had a legitimate quarterback, is any of this occurring? Because they didn't score a touchdown until the third quarter.
I mean, if they have Bryce Young, sure. But, dime a dozen. It happens all the time. Like, maybe next year they're going to have a good quarterback again. Their quarterback room is a mess right now. There's no denying that. And now we're in a situation where Nick Saban looks a little depressed when he's walking off into the sideline.
I just feel like he's
really
having
crazy.
I just feel like he's having a down year. There's
Yeah.
nothing to say that the man is an absolute dog.
The last
he's
time-
one of the best coaches, if not the best college football coach.
I heard this stat today. The last time that they were ranked above top 10, they won the championship. So
I don't think that's going to happen.
So
this
I'm
year.
just saying,
there's way too much
I almost
firepower.
don't want to count them out because we've been here before.
I'm not counting them out. I just don't think they're going to be,
No, I mean, they don't
top 4.
have- yeah.
No way.
Yeah, because Tyler Buchner, he was on the Golden Domers last year.
Okay. Ty Simpson, I think you're speaking
No,
of.
Tyler Buchner. He went 5 for 14. They had 2 quarterbacks play that game.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Ty Buchner.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think it's
got
Buchner or Buckner, but he was a Notre Dame Fighting Irish last year. And
You're okay.
he sucked ass.
5
So-
for 14 for
Yeah.
34 yards, and then they put in Ty Simpson.
And that didn't go well either. So, Milroe, you're back. Milroe, don't fuck it up for Nick Saban or he's going to be a very angry guy.
Yeah, either that, you're in the doghouse for the rest of the season. Okay, now one game I do want to talk about, and everybody's kind of snoozing on them. And I mean, for real though, they look like they might have a quarterback here. Kyle McCord for Ohio State, 19 of 23, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, I get it.
You can't make
But
you
he's a
can't make
first
the argument
year-
both sides.
I mean, Western Kentucky can play offense. They can't.
Not the other day.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
but like
No, I
year
know.
over year, that is their strength. So granted, you have every major receiving target on the Ohio State offense.
You
and
have the
this-
best receiver in the country.
People were like smitten over Marvin Harrison Jr.
And they should be, as they should be.
So Vince, I mean, let's just kind of bury the lead here a little early, anyways. But I mean, Ohio State, Notre Dame next weekend, right?
Yeah.
You're playing.
It's a good matchup, top 10 matchup.
I mean, it.
Is it not? Is it not?
Technically,
my ass. They both deserve to be top 10. That's
it's
stupid.
a top 10 matchup, prime time
Technically,
game,
My ass. Get out of here.
prime time
Technically.
game. 2 teams, 3-0,
Okay.
6 and
Yeah.
9. Oh, it's the ranking of 69.
That's hot. That's hot.
So hot.
Officially hot.
Officially hot. So, I mean, what are your predictions? Primetime game, Ohio State, ND?
It's hard to predict.
Come on.
I think it'll be a close game.
Okay.
I am looking forward to seeing them play against tougher competition, like we've talked about.
Finally.
Who has USC played?
I'm not comparing the two.
Yes, you are. You're a hater.
I'm not comparing. No, USC
Finally,
hasn't played
my
anybody.
ass. Technically, my ass. I don't need
No,
this shit from this guy.
I'm just saying.
I don't need it from him.
I'm just saying.
I think that Ohio State's good. I think that the Notre Dame defense has been playing pretty well, and I want
Yeah.
to see how they can limit a passing offense like that.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing. I'm not going to make a prediction on who's going to win. I think it's
Okay.
pretty much 50-50 right now. If we looked at odds, I'm sure that it would be a little bit on the side of Ohio State, but I don't think it'd be too far. Closest odds
All
we've
right.
seen since LSU and Florida State week 1.
You think so?
Probably, likely, yeah.
All right. Why don't?
Because
why
there
don't-
hasn't been any other top 10 matchups.
True. Okay.
So
why
this
don't
has
we
to be the
go?
least lopsided.
Why don't we look at the FanDuel's
No
app
free ads.
one day? One day.
No free ads, fuck.
No free ads, but in this case, just to let you know.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a primetime game,
Yeah.
right? Let's just do some scrolling.
Let's do it.
Let's see
Get down there.
if you were a betting man.
Get through all those props.
Get through all the props. Get through everything. Sorry, scrolling.
Here we go. Wow, this is podcasting at its
This is
greatest.
podcasting at its
I'll do
greatest.
some butterflies.
Do some butterflies while we wait, please.
Go to games. Go to money lines.
Go to games. Go to money lines.
Plus
Everybody
minus
can
Sam Hartman
play
500 yards.
Okay, and I'm not giving up that quick, people. Don't think I am.
I feel
'cause
like he is.
I'm not. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Notre Dame is actually the underdog.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they are, but it's close.
Well, what is it?
It is plus 136.
Plus 136. That's what I'm saying. That's a close odd for a game.
It is a close odd. You're
which
right.
is my point.
But that's just one sports book.
No, they're all going to be similar. They're all going off of Vegas.
I mean, the
You're
over-under
the fucking sourest hater on this side
over-under
of
is
the goddamn.
55 and a half
Yeah.
right now. Right now, what would be your take?
Full game, 55 and a half?
Oh, yeah.
Over.
You're taking the over.
Because they're both scoring a shit ton of points. It's going to be lower than the 63-10 matchup with Western Kentucky, but they're both at least going to score 30 points.
Wow. See, I
Come
think it's
on.
going to be a defensive battle
It could be, but they're still going to score 30 points.
because both teams play really good defense.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I think
Duh.
they're going to give your boys some trouble.
No, it's going to be a hard game.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes. South Carolina, Georgia, we were watching this game.
What?
So they won by 10, but they didn't really win by 10.
They didn't really win by 10 at all.
They were tied until like the end of the game, essentially, until Georgia goes off in the third quarter. So it was 14-3, South Carolina in the first half, and it was like, is Georgia suck? Like Carson Beck isn't it? Whatever it may be. Georgia scores 14 in the third. It's 14-17, and then they come back in the fourth and score the last touchdown. It seemed like it was all South Carolina the whole time. You were like, is it Rattler season? Like, what are we doing?
It could have been
It
Rattler
felt
season.
like it. It really did feel
Nobody
like it.
likes that guy. For the record, nobody
that?
likes that guy.
Oh, dude, we're big Spencer Rattler fans on the
Nobody
Tech Squad podcast.
But nobody likes him.
Literally,
like
the
truth.
first Norman Nate episode, it was like, well, fuck Spencer Rattler.
Well, he was like, fuck
okay.
Spencer. He's out. Caleb's in. And the man is correct. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
I know you'll be watching this. Anyways, one thing I will say about Spencer Rattler is that in the second half, didn't have a great showing,
No.
threw a couple picks. Now, with all of that, do you believe if this was like a Big Ten team, like let's say Michigan or Ohio State, and they played a lower ranked opponent and at home was losing by 2 touchdowns, do you think people would glaze over it? Because I don't.
People start booing for sure.
Well, I'm talking about the analysts. Like if Michigan was to play, for example, I don't know, U of I,
Yeah.
and go into the second half losing.
Yeah.
I think they would just be absolutely nailed to a cross because the expectation is so much higher.
Yeah.
Georgia, on the other hand, goes in, just kind of skates by and wins at home.
Underestimated the opponent a bit, I feel.
And is it too early in the season to overreact? I think it might be a smidge.
It is. And also South Carolina is probably better than the record shows, which they were relatively decent last year as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean they probably got crucified for it. Yeah, they should have been.
Well,
or they said nothing about it because they were just like, we'll see how this goes because they like to suck Georgia's butt too at the end of the day. So.
well, they got the team to do it. Now, a game that I don't think anybody. I mean, granted, this was their first real opponent, and your boys in the yellow because you like the yellows. Or orange, should I say?
Yellow. I'm
Yeah,
like, are
it's
you
not
talking about Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Dude, they're old. They're not even close to it's solely orange.
Close enough.
100% orange.
Color spectrums.
Yellow.
Never know who's on the spectrum.
Mikey
Anyways,
colorblind.
Anyways, this game was a lot closer than anybody thought. Everybody thought they were going to go into the swamp and pump the Gators, and that did not happen.
Yeah, and they just didn't have control the whole game. It was pretty depressing.
Graham Mertz season?
They did. Is it Graham
Graham
Mertz
Mertz
season?
season.
I don't know, dude. Let's call our friends to the north and see how they feel about Graham Mertz. Not very good. But he was good enough to beat Tennessee. Joe Milton, okay game. Not Hendon Hooker again. This is week 3 of me saying that as well.
Are you selling your Joe Milton stock already?
I wasn't super high on him. We can go back 3 weeks, and I can
True.
say cannon arm.
He's correct.
Cannon arm. Not sure how this is all going to end up. We have to see him play the game.
He's got more Jay Cutler in him than he does most things.
But yeah, I mean they're both SEC quarterbacks. So
that is true. But I mean,
yeah, I mean I think they're sorely missing the receivers they had last year for sure. I think that Joe Milton doesn't make a difference the way that Hendon Hooker did. And now we're in a scenario where Tennessee's just not as good as they were last year, but they were ranked because of how they played last year, I feel. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them out of the top 25 at the end of the year this year. I also wouldn't be surprised to see them make a bounce back and win the next 4 weeks. It's all questionable right now.
okay. Interesting take. Now, we can't, overshadow the game that Trevor Etienne had rushing the ball. This is the little brother of Travis Etienne,
Yep.
right? So
I believe so.
no, it is.
pretty
It's
sure.
the same. No, it's the same last name. Trevor
Yeah,
Etienne,
but, that-
23
I've gotten
carries,
tripped up on this. a couple times.
172 yards.
Yep.
That's insane. With a rushing touchdown. You can't take
Monster.
that out. Monster game. But another game that really did surprise me, though, is that Texas
Yeah.
was tied going into the half
Yep.
against Wyoming.
Yep. But if you remember last week, Wyoming, another game where they were pretty spicy with their Josh Allen lookalike on their team. It's like
They like guys who
Evan
look like him.
Svoboda, dude. This guy is wild. They beat Texas Tech, which was surprising.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
I'd say so.
They played Portland State. Who cares? And then they come into Texas and they give them a run. It doesn't, and that's the thing too. Final score doesn't really look like it because the second half changes, and I guess that's where you win games. But yeah, I don't know. Texas too. I have them in the Final Four this year. I'm still a little confident in that, but I think there's a little bit more parity in the NCAA and in the NFL for what it's worth than we've seen in the last couple of years, which is kind of exciting.
Which is nice because it's becoming more of that NFL theory than anything, at least. And I believe in the next 10 years trajectory of the NCAA is going to look far more like the NFL than anything. But I believe that Texas, I don't believe they rise to the occasion when they're playing a lesser of an opponent.
That I can get behind. But you got to remember, too, they did win by 21.
I get that they won by 21,
doubled
but it's
Wyoming's score.
They didn't wake.
Deficit.
I know, but they didn't wake up truly
Right.
until the fourth quarter where they put up 21 points.
Yep.
But next week they got Baylor and then Kansas and then Red River, which I can't say that 5 times fast.
Red River
rivalry.
Yeah.
Red River.
And Oklahoma's scoring points at an unbelievable margin right now.
Yeah, but they're playing nobody.
I know. I'm with you, and I think they're probably going to get boat raced. Used it.
Listen.
They're probably going to get boat raced when they play a team that's worth a shit.
Well, none of the opponents Texas has the rest of the season's really worth much of a shit next to OU, who's ranked 16 right now, surprisingly.
Yep.
Granted, they haven't played a lot of people, but listen.
You win the games on your schedule.
If Oklahoma wins that game,
Yep.
tear the city down.
Down.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, you're right.
If OU wins that football game, Norman, maybe even OKC might lose their goddamn mind.
I think you're right.
It's true.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Now let's talk about the most hyped game
Yeah.
of the weekend.
Oh, Michigan Bowling Green.
Was that?
Michigan Bowling Green?
Michigan Bowling Green. That was it.
Yeah, we loved that.
That was
matchup.
it. That was it. Michigan Bowling Green. Feel like we do need to discuss it. I mean, okay. Colorado State.
Yeah.
This was actually the most watched late night game in ESPN history.
Lost prime time, most watched prime time ESPN.
It was past prime time. It was 9:30 if you're in the Central.
Well, it depends on if you're in the West Coast.
True. If you're West Coast, then it's prime time. You know,
No,
just
I know
saying.
what you're
Just saying.
Yeah, millions of people watch this. Literally, I think it was like 1.3 or something like that. 1.5.
I mean, the game went on until 1:30 in the morning if you're here in the Midwest.
Yeah, we were hanging out. I literally went home and I turned on my TV. I'm like, how the fuck did Colorado win that game? What happened?
I don't.
OT, lacerated liver.
Dude.
Lots went on.
I mean, craziness.
Shall we just start from the beginning then?
Start from the beginning.
Chippy.
Very-
Before, we knew that was going to happen. There was a lot of shit talk about the glasses and all that stuff leading up to it. Everybody was there. Everybody was talking about it. Dwayne the fucking Rock Johnson, Pat McAfee, everybody and their mom was on Colorado's campus this week. They start the game off. Colorado's looking a little slow. It was all Colorado State in the beginning. And we were like, oh, shit, are they actually a squad? What the
Did
fuck is
Colorado kind of get exposed this game? Because I believe...
Feels like a little bit.
I believe Colorado State had a great game plan coming into. They were tearing them apart early.
Good defense, too.
Really?
They were stopping all the explosive plays, which Colorado's become known for the last 2 weeks before this.
Right.
That being said, still 348 and 4 touchdowns for Shedeur Sanders. So don't get me wrong, they did throw the ball, but they threw the ball the same amount. Braden Fowler Nicolosi.
It's got a good fucking name.
What a name. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions is the issue, but did beat him in yards. The whole thing is pretty comparable. If you look at all the statistics from both teams, it was very back and forth. They went to overtime. It was fucking cool. And then Travis Hunter.
Yeah, he got cheap shotted. But then again...
That kid is getting destroyed right now.
Well, he's playing both ways.
No, not Travis Hunter. The kid that hit him.
Well, I don't...
He's a kid.
He's a kid, one. Not only
kid.
that, come on. Are we going to really think that Colorado wasn't chippy back and there was a reason for retaliation?
No, I mean,
it's football.
No, you're right. And that's the thing, too. It's like, he's getting death threats. People looked up his address.
He's getting
people,
death threats?
Yeah, dude. It's fucked. It is bad. They found out his address. They found out his parents' address. Like, they're sending him messages. It's crazy. It's really fucked up. He's in college. He's a kid. Did he late hit him? Yeah. Was it fucked up? Oh, yeah. Should he probably get suspended for it for maybe a game? Possibly.
Nah.
But not. There's a conversation there, which means, yeah, you probably shouldn't be death threatening the kid. It was fucked up.
It was very apparent what had happened and all of it, and I agree that it was a pretty cheap shot. But there had to be cheap shots going on the whole game.
Yeah.
Like there
You're
legit
right.
had to be 100% stuff going on the interior line that was incredibly out of bounds, I would say.
And yeah, lacerated livers. First time I've ever heard of that as an injury. Started looking it up. Pretty fucking wild. It's essentially like internal bleeding. There's grades to it. I don't know what grade he's on. They're saying he could be back in 2 weeks. He went back into the game, mind you.
He's a freak.
And started playing, and then the doctors were like, you are bleeding from the inside. You can't play anymore, because he wanted to go back out again.
I love the grittiness, but more so...
That's so dangerous, though.
He loves that.
He could have just drained... It was like us. I wish I lacerated my liver this weekend to get all the fucking gunk out of it, to be honest. But yeah, that was...
Thistle.
It was a mess.
Milk Thistle. Shout out to Milk Thistle. But for real, I do believe that, Travis Hunter, kid's an absolute dog.
Yeah.
Right? Probably the
Needs
best athlete in all of college football right now.
So. He needs to chill on the both sides thing.
But it was bound to happen that he was going to get injured.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to understand that.
Yeah.
So, In my eyes, okay, it got chippy. Death threats should not be given to any college football
Crazy,
player on
man.
the planet, no matter what
Crazy,
happened.
man.
I
Crazy.
mean, listen, Myles Garrett on a Monday Night Football game
Yep.
almost killed a guy.
He said something racist. That's
Well, I'm
all I
just
remember.
saying.
No, I know.
No.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Myles
He-
Garrett almost
yeah.
fucking killed a guy.
Yeah, he domed Mason Rudolph.
Like legit, if like he could have probably like crushed his skull
Yeah. Yeah, no,
if he made contact.
Come on, he's
truly.
like he's literally the Hulk. Like that was so fucked up.
Myles Garrett may be the biggest freak of an athlete in the entire
Were we a
NFL.
Taxi Squad podcasting when that happened?
Yeah, we were.
I feel like we did have a show where we were like, Myles Garrett almost killed a man.
Go back. I think it was on the Strange and Unusual that Myles Garrett almost killed a guy.
Yeah.
But for real, and he got suspended like a game. I don't think this kid's going to get suspended.
I don't think he is either. I think everybody
Good.
needs to stop being so fucking ridiculous to the kid. And also, that kid needs to understand to not do that shit anymore.
But listen, if you really want to go back and see Chippy, you should just go watch highlight tapes of Sean Taylor at Miami
just
because
that
he
whole
was
team, to
just
be honest.
murking dudes.
Sean Taylor, Ed Reed was dogging too.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that.
I
whole-
mean, that doesn't really hold a candle to much of anything that happened 20 years ago in the college football landscape.
Well, no, because they were allowed to murder.
Yeah.
You can't do that
kind of
anymore.
bring it back.
Yeah.
maybe take away all the safety in the game. I think
Yeah.
it would kind of be fun, but never mind.
Yeah, but
Let's
also
continue.
concussions.
But yeah, that's true. But okay, great game goes into 2 consecutive overtimes. Shedeur Sanders is he the most clutch quarterback right now in all college football?
Yeah, you could say that with a grain of salt because a lot of other teams haven't had the need to be clutch.
Okay, Caleb Williams.
Okay, here we go.
Caleb Williams or Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, Caleb Williams. What kind of question is that?
Okay, just
Yeah.
saying.
I thought you were gonna be like Caleb Williams is clutch. I'm like, did you ask a question and now you're answering the question?
Well, he is clutch. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
who's
for
more
sure.
clutch?
Well, is he, or did they just blow every team out and then the minute he can be clutch, he kind of just dropped the ball?
Well, he did
Some people are
tear
saying-
his hamstring when
Some
he could have
people are
been clutch.
saying, just like when Jay Cutler hurt himself, but you blame him for that. I don't know. 2 sides to every coin, Mike. Here we are.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you can ride a bike, it's the NFC Championship game. You should be in the fucking game,
Yeah,
okay?
I'm kind of with you in that.
All right, see?
Hey,
So-
Purdy couldn't ride a bike. Well, that doesn't make sense though.
But
'cause if
Purdy
you
hurt
can-
his elbow.
You can ride a bike with 2 broken arms.
But it wasn't his arm, Vince. It was his knee.
No, I know, but you said if you can ride a bike, could he
Oh.
ride a bike? Could
Jay
Purdy,
Cutler,
could Purdy ride a bike?
I don't know.
Probably.
Probably.
Couldn't play.
But he tore his UCL. He tried to go back in.
I know.
I'm not going to throw slander on
I
fucking
know.
Brock Purdy. He's
Yeah.
a dog.
That's what I'm saying.
I love Brock Purdy. Now, to the point, the USC Trojans do play Colorado in 2 weeks. So this is going to be really exciting. September 30th.
Quarterback matchup.
QB matchup. But let's not take away from the fact that Colorado is incredibly hyped right now. I mean,
Yeah.
FS1 and ESPN were both on the
Glugging
campus.
them right now. Glugging them.
Oh, glugging them right now in the most epic, disgusting way.
yeah.
But for real, though, Lil Wayne was their walkout music live.
Yeah. He was there too.
That's insane.
I've
I've never seen that
I have a
before.
bit of a bone to pick with Mr. Lil Wayne.
Go off, King.
He shows up. He is a fan of the stupidest teams in the world.
He's not a fan.
He should no, but he's just like, yeah, I'm a Colorado guy, and like the next song he comes out with is gonna be like Colorado till I die, and you're like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Or like he supported like 4 different. What was he, like a Patriots fan one time?
Well,
I'm like,
no,
what-
he's a Packers fan.
It was Packers.
He's a noted Packers fan
I know.
and big Skip Bayless supporter.
Why wouldn't he be a Saints fan?
I don't know.
That's stupid.
He got shot in New Orleans, but he shot him technically accidentally.
I'm
shot
sure
himself.
I wouldn't be surprised if he also did the shooting sometimes.
Well, no. I mean, he made it big very young. That's why he's Lil Wayne.
yeah.
He was part of the Hot Boys.
No, I know. I'm
Produced
aware
by
of
Manny
all of
Fresh.
This. I'm aware of all of this. I'm just
Number
saying
one
he's
star.
from Louisiana. He calls NOLA all the
Shine
time.
every summer.
He should be a Saints fan. I'm surprised that he's a Packers fan. Also, the Packers are the fucking worst, so I hate him. for
Oh
that.
no, they're not that bad because they got enough. We'll get into it anyways.
No, as a team, I hate them. is
So
what I'm
looking at Colorado, I mean, Oregon this weekend. We have a great docket of games this upcoming weekend. This upcoming Saturday, insane docket of games.
Yep.
Now, Colorado does play Oregon.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think there is a chance that Shedeur Sanders goes in and competes against Bo Nix the way he's competed against other
Bo
teams.
Nix has played really well this year.
Bo Nix is a dog this year.
Yeah, I want them to be competitive. I think they're gonna get fucked up. This is some real.
You think they're gonna
competition right
get
now.
really?
Well, because I think too, people are thinking like this too, because Colorado State came in there and they gave them a good battle, but also I think there was like ulterior motives to that, which tends to make teams compete a little bit more.
True.
But I do think that Oregon's just a better team. I think if they lose to Oregon and give them a good run, like they're still plenty high on the rankings right now. Like they're not going to lose their 19th ranking by losing to a 10-ranked team. That just isn't going to happen.
I mean, they could drop into the 20s if they get beat bad.
If they get beat bad, that's what I'm saying. If it's a 1-score game, they're fine where they are. They might even move up depending on how bad other teams may lose. But yeah, it's just looking at it. It's not. I don't think it's feasible for Colorado to win it. I think they're going to have to lose a game at this point.
Really?
I
I don't think so. I think they're gonna go 0-2 the next 2 weeks.
And then because USC's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Well, I mean, I think they're gonna lose to Oregon. I don't know about the whole USC thing, but we'll see if they can tackle.
That's not far. If Travis Hunter is back by USC, I'm gonna be
no
thinking
shot.
twice. You don't think so?
No, they said lowest or like the least amount is gonna be 2 games.
Okay.
He lacerated his liver, Mike. You don't just stitch it up and it heals up.
You
in
never
a second.
know. They might. I don't think they're gonna
That's
go
so
in.
dangerous. I would, if I were them, I'd be like, hold him out until he's good, and then put him back in when he's good.
He's definitely wearing a flak jacket the rest of the season.
Yeah. You don't lacerate your liver if you're wearing a flat jacket.
No,
Unless
you
a
don't.
bone, maybe a bone did it, dude. I don't know. It's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, that's a little fucked up. There's
Scares me.
no doubt about that. Now, a team that not a lot of people are talking about, and I just want to give them some love on this podcast, is Washington.
Yeah, they're a squad.
Dude, that might be one of the best teams in all of college football right now. No joke.
Really fucking good, man.
Michael Penix is an absolute dog.
Yeah.
Like, he is looking like he could be one of the top 2, if not top 3 quarterbacks in all of college football right now.
Also, all-time uniform team.
Purple?
Purple
Who does
and
purple like
and gold.
Washington?
Purple and gold.
And
Mwah,
they're the
chef's
Huskies,
kiss.
so legit.
I
they're
told you this before, though. I
dogs.
feel like they shouldn't be allowed to have gold helmets.
Why?
Because I think it should be reserved for one
God,
team.
what homer? Come on,
That's what I'm
really?
saying.
Oh, only my
What's their nickname? Mike?
only my Golden
Thank
Domers
you.
can have it because they've been in existence since 1876.
Yep.
I mean, guys used to die back then before helmets, before they were traditionally the Golden Domers and football Jesus. They had to pray to football Jesus to make sure guys weren't dying.
Yep.
Because
See,
like
no issue with
that did in fact happen. No, but
Michigan State got so fucked up though.
talk about getting boat raced. Michael Penix Jr. stat line. This is sick.
Yeah.
27 for 35, 473 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Their receiving core is stupid.
Yeah.
I think, and their defense is legit as well. I legitimately think they got a squad.
I think so too.
I mean, they could compete truly in the Pac-12. Do we realize that the Pac-12 right now is probably like
The
one
best
of the
conference in the nation.
and they're going to be dissolved
and they're
next
be gone.
season.
They waited too long to be this good. If they were this good 2 years ago, it's a different story.
What if there's like some bid that comes out that they're like, you know what? We're going to all stay together and we're just going to compete differently.
Is it?
I think it's day late and dollar
Is
short.
it over?
It's over.
It's already
It's
over.
over.
Like, I don't think anybody can get them out of where they are now. They probably already signed the contracts. And
Oh, yeah. The Big Ten contracts are already signed. It's just going to be really funny to watch, USC play Wisconsin in the middle of November.
that'll be so fun.
It's not going
That'll
to
be
be
so
fun
fun.
for them.
They'll be more used to it when they come to Notre Dame, though. So that's good for them.
True. This is true.
They're warming up for it.
But Michael Penix might be a Heisman dark horse if he continues
Yeah.
to ball out the way he's
There's
balling
so
out.
much talent, though.
There's
I feel like
so
this
much
year
talent.
there's like even more than usual.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like we're not getting a Will Levis coming out of nowhere situation now. It's like all the
fucking Will Levis.
all the good. Yeah. Remember Will Levis? Oh, he's single now too. By the way, congrats. Will
Oh,
Levis.
he is? Vince,
Yeah.
you got to get on that.
Nope.
What's her name?
Pass.
What's her name?
I don't know.
You know.
Oh, Duddy. I don't know what her first name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duddy.
Duddy. Pass.
You're hearing this, Duddy? Vinny's what's up, you know?
Pass. Okay. Looking to next week, a couple matchups that may intrigue us.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Lane Kiffin.
Laney boy's
He's
going
back home to a sad Alabama team. What happens, Mike?
Well, right now, Jackson Dart is
Yeah.
actually top 5 in PFF rankings.
Yeah, he looks real cool in that uniform, too.
Jackson
Really
Dart,
cool.
former USC King, right? Then transferred with his guy Laney after the Clay Helton Pooh era. And now is
Clay
balling
Helton.
out at Mississippi, or
Yeah.
Ole Miss, as they would call him. Wears like the cool Braveheart thing.
Yeah,
Like
that's
he's
what I'm
got
saying.
this,
Looks
just
really
the
cool.
one eye. Like he looks like a warrior out there, and he's just balling. So I believe that Ole Miss wins this game.
Wow.
I do. I think Laney goes in knowing what he's
Wow.
up against, knowing that they can't move the ball on offense, and he is legit going to probably put up 30.
Damn. I mean, I'm just thinking Alabama's going to have quarterback problems still.
If Texas put up
Jalen
30,
Milroe,
what is
man. Milroe's rough. They got a quarterback in Ole Miss. Alabama, their defense should be good still.
They're not.
I could see it. I'm not. That's honestly, if we're talking odds, this is probably the closest one.
This is a good one.
This is probably closer than the
I like it.
Oregon Notre Dame one.
Feeling good, man.
I mean, you're obviously going to take Ole Miss as the underdog.
Yeah.
I think that might not be the worst.
I'm not going to go back down the odds hole that I just
No,
went down
that
because
was
it
a
just took
fucking
way too
mess.
long.
That was brutal.
Sorry.
podcasting.
Sorry. Especially if you were listening, you're like, oh, God,
Who
this
is
guy needs
this
to
guy?
land the plane.
What does he do?
This guy needs to land the plane. The sports book saw it, and they were like, immediately no.
Yeah.
Immediately no.
Yeah.
Another game that is intriguing to me, and it's all going to depend on when Cam Rising truly makes his return.
He's a rising star.
I mean, he's good, and he plays really hard. UCLA versus the Utah Utes in Utah.
Fun.
This is going to be a good game.
Fun.
I'm not sleeping on this one. This is
No.
going to be a good game. Early docket. There's nothing too out of bounds to make you feel like, oh man, I really need to like take that in. Like Florida and Clemson. I mean, Clemson, by the way, whoa, they're still really
dude,
shitty.
it starts at the exact same time as Mississippi Alabama game.
True. I know what I'm watching.
Yeah.
I really know what I'm watching. Now, another game to pay attention to and a Northwest banger, one could call it, is Washington State, Oregon State defensive battle. I
Very
think.
fun. Oregon State is a very confusing team.
But you know one game what we got to talk about, Vince?
Penn State, Iowa.
No. No, because bet the under on that. But
Battle of Texas.
No, not the Battle of Texas
Okay.
either. We got to talk about USC, Arizona.
Oh yeah.
You want to know why?
why?
Because I'm going to fucking be there.
Ayo!
And we are going to be coming to you live from ASU's campus, where USC will take on the Sun Devils, and I believe it is not going to be good.
For them, not you.
What do you mean by that?
You're saying it's not going to be good for you?
No, it's not going to be good for
them.
ASU. Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah.
going to say.
That's what
I'm
I
like-
meant to. That's what
I'm
I
like,
meant. By
what?
That's what I meant by
I'm
that.
like,
Sorry.
what do you mean? You're just hoping for a loss?
That. No.
That is
Definitely
crazy.
not watch. I'm like gonna be there, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be like a 10-10 halftime.
I
battle.
anticipate that there will be a lot of USC fans at that game.
Oh yeah.
I think that it's going to be maybe majority USC fans at that
I
game
hate to
because
say it, it's
there's
true.
plenty of other shit to do in Arizona than go to that game in Arizona mind. Because they're not that much of a football school.
No.
People travel for USC. I mean, you're
Oh,
from
yeah.
Chicago and you're a USC fan. That's
Well,
case in point. you
I
know?
mean, yeah, I fell in love with the Reggie Bush era.
yeah, I don't blame you. I think it's cowardly.
Give
but
him
I
his
don't blame you.
Heisman back. Give him
Yeah.
his Heisman back. I'm not your traditional Midwest boy that fell in love with the Golden Domers and all that nonsense. No,
Hey
I
man,
was
my
intrigued.
grandpa's from Ireland. We started watching Notre Dame at a young age.
I get it. Like most Midwest Irish kids.
Right. That's how that goes.
Italian Irish
What do you
boy.
want? It's like being a
from
Bears
the
fan
Chicago-
and apologizing for it. It's crazy.
Oh
what an
man,
idea.
I mean, we could apologize.
What
for
an
being
idea.
Bear
No,
fans.
I'm a Rams fan now. Fucking weird.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
the Rams left him, so I mean, yeah. If
I'm
you
talking about
became,
Los Angeles, you clown.
oh yeah,
oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
All right.
All right. All right.
Georgia UAB. Georgia wins it. Blada bing, blada boom. I think we're about done with
I think
college
we're about
football
done with
today.
college football. In other news, you should probably hydrate yourself.
Yep.
And if you're gonna hydrate yourself, do it with a great friend. friends at Liquid IV.
This portion of today's show is brought to you by Liquid IV. That's right, the hydration brand we've all come to know and love is with ya boys. It's festival, outdoor party, and adventure season, and proper hydration is essential. You don't want to miss out on the summertime activities while they're still here. Liquid IV will help you hydrate and stay in the game. I've been using Liquid IV for a few years, and I found a ton of uses for it. Going to sleep after a day-long soiree. This is the product that helps me rehydrate and recover. I brought them with me on hikes, long bike rides, vacations, and maybe most importantly, bachelor party weekends. The beauty of it all is that Liquid IV comes in a small, convenient package that you just add to a bottle of water and drink away. One stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates you 2 times faster and more efficiently than water alone. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use the Taxi Squad podcast code, TAXISQUADPODCAST, no spaces, at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using the promo code Taxi Squad podcast at liquidiv.com. The NFL Week 2 is in the books, Mike. Sorry for your ears, everybody. That was my rendition of the NFL song. We did.
You dick.
That was our rendition of the NFL. You're the one that started it, if I'm being honest. That is pretty fucked up on my end.
Oh, yeah.
Picks this week.
Picks, cuz.
It went great for me.
Terrible for this guy.
I went 11-5. Mike went 7-9.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, Vince,
Actually,
you could
I'm
talk
not
all this-
sorry, dude.
You could talk all the shit you want right now because I was shitty week 1 through 4 last week.
It's true.
Last year.
But
But, hey, come back. Don't call it a comeback.
we'll see how it goes.
See how it plays.
You never know how stuff's going to end up happening.
True.
But last week, we added a new little wrinkle into the Taxi Squad lore
Yeah.
in a game called Rip It or Skip It.
Oh, yeah, cuzzo.
And we are going to go back to doing that right
Let's
now.
skip or rip.
So kicking off with the first game of the week, we got Vikings at Eagles on Thursday Night Football. Mike, skip it or rip it?
Rip it, cuz.
Rip it we are. And why do you want to rip this, Mike?
Because I kind of want to talk about all of the turnovers that was the Vikings team. I mean, come on.
I took them this week. I thought they had something
lot.
going.
It was like 4 fumbles.
Can't blame Kirk.
I mean, no, Kirk played his balls off.
Great game.
4 fumbles lost, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You got to hold on to the ball. I think we figured out that Alexander Madison as your feature back is not Dalvin Cook.
Why they just traded for Cam Akers.
Exactly. That's why Cam Akers is on the team now.
Yeah.
I think they realized that quick. Just because he looks like Dalvin Cook doesn't mean that he is Dalvin.
It's definitely not Dalvin Cook.
But yeah, I mean, receiving, Justin Jefferson does his job. Just hold on to the goddamn ball, everybody. That's really all they learned today.
I mean, you got to hold on to the football, and you can't turn the football over.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, Justin Jefferson is that guy.
He's the best receiver in the NFL.
He truly is. But,
no
you know,
doubt.
a guy that you really can't sleep on, though, is that one of the former USC alum, Jordan Addison, baby. 3 receptions, 72 yards, averaged 24 yards per reception. Tutty.
He's taken that Thielen role a little bit.
He's
and I think it's
far
good.
more explosive than Thielen ever
At
was.
his prime, though,
I
Adam
mean,
Thielen was one of the best receivers in the NFL at one time. Jordan Addison is not there yet.
Jordan Addison runs a far better route no matter any point in time in Adam Thielen's career. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he's still not better than he was at Adam Thielen's peak.
Not yet. I mean, it's his first year.
We'll see. I just, pump the brakes.
I'm just saying.
Pump the
maybe a
brakes.
USC homer.
Hey, guess what, though?
Hmm.
The Eagles are a running team.
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck?
DeAndre Swift, man.
175, average 6.2 a run. 28 carries. When's the last time the Eagles ran the ball 28 times? Brian Westbrook?
I mean, DeAndre Swift had some fresh legs.
Yeah.
And if you scooped him in fantasy on a waiver wire,
Congrats.
which he was available, good for you.
Yeah.
Because, at least in most leagues, because nobody believed in him. I mean, he's a Georgia Bulldog, just like the rest of this team.
I don't think he's going to do that every single week.
No.
I'm sure A.J. Brown wants to get more than 4 receptions.
Yes, he does.
I think he also wants to be the feature receiver on that team, and Devonta Smith was the feature receiver this week. But if they can figure out a solid running game and keep the passing game that they had last year, dangerous team.
I think they're.
Because Miles Sanders had a good year last year, but I think they upgraded in the running.
I don't care how good the Cowboys will ever look. They're not. No,
man, the Cowboys look so good.
They haven't played anybody. They're like your Golden Domers. Anyways, you know what guy I do want to bring some light to?
Who are we giving their roses, Mike?
Oh, man.
Rashad Penny?
No. You know who looks really good?
Who?
You know who looks really, really good?
Who?
The guy who likes to drive really fast. And that gentleman.
Henry Ruggs.
No.
Damn it.
Oh.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter.
Big boy.
Dude,
Big boy.
He looks
man.
so good.
Yeah, and Eagles fans are going nuts over him right now.
And if you're a Bears fan, you're just like, we suck again.
Yeah, no, it's not like he would have made the big difference anyway.
You don't think so?
He's no different. If he's on the team, they're still 0-2.
True. I'm just saying, he just looks good. Just don't even watch the film on him. He just looks too good. He's disruptive.
Or do watch the film on him because that's football porn right there. I mean, he's just pushing guys around. I don't think he has the stamina to play every down because they're obviously in and out. He's a big fucking boy. But when he's in there, he's a difference maker.
He's also surrounded by a lot of really good talent on that line. So we're not going to go down that far down the rabbit hole. Darnell Wright, I mean, he's still on a team with a quarterback that holds the ball way too long. We're going to get into it, but back to skip or rip, Vince.
Skip it or rip it, Mike. Second game, first on the slate on Sunday, Ravens at Bengals. I'm just going to say rip it.
Rip it.
Dude, and this was one of the things, too. You picked the Bengals, I picked the Ravens. I did that because the Bengals don't get started off quickly. They just can't do it. The first couple weeks, remember, they lost to the Bears last year.
It was a really close game.
I know, but neither team played that well.
No, they didn't.
And Joe Burrow didn't play that well. He played pretty good, especially at the end of the game. Wasn't very good at the beginning of the game.
And supposedly re-aggravated his calf.
Is he out now?
Supposedly. Allegedly re-aggravated the calf and maybe out for who knows.
Yeah, once you start reading stuff online, that's like 3 quarterbacks the Bengals could bring in a missed Joe Burrow injury. Not great, especially since he's the highest paid player in the NFL now. So, Lamar Jackson has receivers.
Looks good.
I think that's big. He somehow made Nelson Aguilar look good.
I mean, Nelson Aguilar's solid, man.
Is he, though? He wasn't very good when he got drafted.
Well, Odell's already hurt.
Yeah, and that was expected. I think it's fine because Zay Flowers is a dog. Mark Andrews, when he's back in the game, he makes a difference because he was out week 1.
Oh, yeah.
I like this Ravens team. I don't think they're going to – I think I picked them as a wild card, and I think that I am happy with that call.
I think they might be better than a wild card,
but they might win the division.
We'll see.
It goes.
Well,
and
I think
this is a tough division, so it's
very tough
hard to call that, but –
it is. It really is a tough division. I do believe, though, that moving forward, the Ravens are kind of back.
As long as they have Gus Edwards at an all right game, as long as the entire running back room doesn't get injured like they did last year, I think they'll probably be all right.
Yeah, I mean, for real, I do believe, though, Gus Edwards is a guy. And he can really run well in between the tackles. And let's face it, his name's Gus.
Yeah.
He's got a good Greek name.
Cool name.
Gus.
Cool name.
Gus, get off the bus, Gus.
I don't know if he's Greek, but cool name.
He's probably not Greek. Now, with all of that being said, though, I definitely think the Ravens are back. And I do believe that it's going to be rough going if you're a fantasy owner of T. Higgins or that of
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Stay healthy, Lamar Jackson. Stay healthy, Baltimore Ravens. Game number 3, Seahawks at Lions. Skip it or rip it. I want to rip it. I want to rip it.
Ski mask game.
Weird game.
Really weird
Lots
game.
of scoring.
Back and forth.
Geno Smith playing like Geno Smith last year a little bit.
He looked good.
He only had 9 incompletions.
Looked good.
Which is pretty fucking good. Kenneth Walker had a pretty good game too, especially catching the ball out of the backfield. It kind of seems like they're figuring some stuff out.
I think they're definitely figuring some stuff out as a team right now. And not only that, one of their very best went down with an injury. And we'll see how it plays out. You know, right now, I just do believe, though, that CJ Gardner-Johnson out right now, big pickup for them in the offseason, just yeah, now he's dealing with a potential torn pec, I believe.
Everybody's getting injured. This happens every year, and every year I'm feeling like this is more injuries than usual.
Well, right now, yes, it is.
Feels. Is it, or is that just me like doing the same thing?
I just think they're really big names, and they're going like getting injured really quickly.
for sure.
So I don't know. Moving forward, right now, the Lions' defense is going to take a smidge of a hit.
Yep.
They unfortunately got a kneecap taken from them this game. I do believe though that David Montgomery, I mean, that was a short-lived season because it's Jahmyr Gibbs season now.
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs is really good.
He's going to be really good.
He didn't play that well.
He didn't play that
Sunday.
much. He had 7 carries. I mean, what do
Yeah.
you expect from the guy?
Yeah, and he's definitely going to be more of that scat back variety. I think David Montgomery's definitely going to take that third down and goal line role, but
I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, 7 receptions. That's
I mean,
impressive. It's a lot
correct
of
me if
receptions.
I'm wrong, but the Detroit Lions are still number 1 in the NFC North.
Yeah, they are actually.
So,
Or tied. No, they're
no,
still number
I'm considering them
Packers,
on top.
with the Packers. Tied with the
Exactly.
Packers for first. Wow.
All right, that's Seahawks Lions.
That's Seahawks Lions, but keep it moving.
Colts and Texans. Rip it or skip it. Rip it.
You're
And
gonna
that's
rip
only
it.
because of one reason.
Why?
Anthony Richardson is not going to last. It's so bad, and it's so evident, and I feel bad for
He's
him
already out.
because he's so athletic, but he is just getting injured every game. He got a concussion now, so he's not going to play next week. He's such a talent. He's such a talent, but
He's
he's
really
also
talented.
he's a raw talent, and we've gotten a lot more Gardner Minshew than we thought we would so far this year, and that's
Minshew's a
kind of
dog.
fun. That's kind of fun, man. I
Hey.
like Gardner Minshew. It's a fun time.
Formerly coached by the Pirate himself,
Yeah.
R.I.P. Mike Leach,
Mhm.
and he loved that guy, and it was a noted thing. He still drives like a conversion van
Yeah.
or some shit,
Yep.
which I think is outstanding.
He's
and
a
I like
little
the
weirdo, and it's cool.
I like the Minshew like era. I just think he's like different. Now, I will say C.J. Stroud does not look bad.
He looks better than the guy that was drafted above him.
He does.
He does.
He looks. I mean, he's consistent. He's not throwing picks. I mean, granted, they're throwing the football a lot. Because
47 times. Complete 30, no picks, 2 touchdowns. I'm happy with that.
I'm not. What I'm mad about is that I own Dameon Pierce in fantasy,
And that's rough.
he hasn't done a goddamn thing all season.
That's
which
rough
is
for
annoying.
everybody. I think everybody thought they were going to run the ball a lot because rookie quarterback, younger team, defense-oriented coach, probably wants to pound the rock.
That's not happening.
Not happening.
They're-
If you're
they're
Devin
slanging.
Singletary, you're just like, every team I go to doesn't run the ball. So
Yeah, he's like, fuck it. He's like, anyway. Now, I
Yeah.
will say this. It is the resurgence. I wouldn't say resurgence, but he's an older fella. Robert Woods.
Yeah.
Off to a hot start.
Nope.
6 receptions.
Don't
this
forget
game.
about him. Every single year, he ends up coming out of the
USC
woodwork.
legend.
Every single year, he comes out of the woodwork. And you're
Same
like,
thing with
hello.
Nelson Aguilar. USC legend.
I know, but Nelson Aguilar, harder time in the
Yeah.
NFL.
All right.
But that's all I want to talk about with that. I just hope Anthony Richardson can eventually get some
Here's a
blocking and
question.
help. Yeah.
Here's a question.
Okay.
Does Jonathan Taylor come back and play for the Colts this season?
I don't know. I don't think so.
If you're the Colts, though,
Yeah.
why aren't you calling the Browns immediately and saying, just give us a bajillion first picks, like first-round draft picks?
Because
Let's
what
do
do
it.
they have?
First-round
They
draft picks?
traded to the Texans for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that's right.
What do
Never
they have to give
mind.
away? And
I don't
also, they
know.
got Kareem Hunt now, so
True.
he's back.
I guess, but he's
He's
no
still a
JT.
talent. No one's JT. But also, I don't know if JT's never gonna play on the Colts.
You don't think so?
I think that's a likely possibility.
So you think he's going to get traded before week
He
4
might.
because he's on the pup list?
We'll see if he holds out. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
It doesn't. There's no movement. Zero.
That's what she said.
And it is one of those things that in 20 minutes it can change. Nice. Well
100
done.
Yeah.
But
Pause.
that's how that goes, boss. Should we do it?
Let's do it, because I got a lot of notes on this one, and I'm looking forward to discuss all of them. So, Vince, go ahead. Bury it.
It is Bears Corner.
Bears.
They lost to the Bucks.
Wow.
They lost to the
Wow.
Bucks.
Wow.
And it wasn't good.
Damn it, Alan Williams.
And Alan, yeah, blame it on it.
Damn it, Alan.
This is the Alan Williams game, everybody. Thank you.
This is the Alan Williams game. You know, you got a coach going to prison. You got a quarterback who can't throw the football in the pocket, even though they want him to throw the football in the pocket. And I just don't get it. He looks lost. And I texted Vince during this game. I was like, he's not it.
Yeah,
He looked lost.
Dude, it could be so many things. That's the thing, too, is like I'm looking at him like there's so many things that could be happening, could be in play here. He holds the ball too long for sure. The offensive line sucks ass. There was one specific play, Braxton Jones completely misses the end.
Human turnstile.
Justin Fields got absolutely destroyed on that play.
Not surprised.
And I was like, this is why he's like, oh shit. Like, what
He's
am I
looking
doing?
over his shoulder.
Because he's like, where the fuck are they coming from? I know they're coming, dude. Like, where are they coming from? So I can't put 1,000% blame on him. Also, I think that they're doing the classic, he's our guy now. We can't run with him that much. And I think that they're keeping him to a very concise playbook that isn't really working. And he's got to get out of himself. And he's got to get the ball to fucking DJ Moore. The only good things that happened this game were throws to DJ Moore.
And I mean, you can't miss the Chase Claypool touchdown. It was actually like probably his best throw of the game.
He tried a lot harder this week because he heard the buzz.
Yeah, he heard it.
He's
heard
like,
it. Good.
oh,
I hope
fuck,
you heard
everybody
it.
hates
you
me.
heard it here. You heard it here because he played like shit. Another person who's playing like dog shit right now is Cole Kmet. He looks like he's fucking just not trying.
The offense is
he
just
got paid
not good,
and he's
man.
not trying. And this team was supposed to be like it this season.
Yeah.
You paid so much money for
Or at
so
least
much
show
talent.
Show something. That's like the biggest thing too. Is like they're not showing anything.
Show a sign that you're competing, and it doesn't seem as if they are competing. Now, one thing I will get to is the fact that Justin Fields needs to have some sort of clock, and he has to know where he's going. That's like I said, he looks lost. He doesn't seem like he knows where he's going with the football play to play. And to be perfectly honest with you, I do believe he's hearing footsteps or seeing ghosts, as Sammy D once said, playing for the Jets. Now, these smoke screens, these bubble screens need to stop because they're like legit advertising them.
That's Chicago Bears football.
Because you had a chance to win this game and you didn't.
Right. And it's just becoming, and that's the thing too, is like they had a chance to win the game, but we were watching and we're like, they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, at least in my head, I was like, well, they could win this game, but like they haven't been able to do shit all day.
Sound like the kid in fucking Angels in the outfield. Like, it could happen.
Baker Mayfield looks cool, though.
I never thought I'd be saying this.
He
looked good.
He looks good.
He looked like a mini Patrick Mahomes against our really shitty defense
Tampa
that
Bay
we spent
Bucks.
a lot of money on.
Tampa Bay Bucks tied for first in the division.
I wouldn't have
would've
thought
thunk?
this would happen. I didn't believe in Baker to that point. And shame on me. Shame on me,
And
Norman.
Mike
Nate.
Evans is definitely a Hall of Famer.
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin both look to be dogs this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're both obviously good. We know that. They were getting thrown the ball from Jameis when he broke records on both sides of the positive and negative scale. They were playing well with Tom Brady, who's the GOAT, so obviously they will. And then it's like Baker comes in, and why would it be any different?
Well, I feel like Baker really knew this was his second chance to shine, and he's making the most
More
of the
like forced,
opportunity.
kinda.
I mean, this game, I don't even want to go into the stat line and how awful
No.
it was. Blatant misses.
Bad news. Horrible running. All of it was bad.
Well, I will say this.
Rashawn Johnson.
Dude,
Yeah.
Rashawn Johnson looks like a guy.
He's cool.
He
I hope
is
he's good.
shifty. He moves really well. He's got that wiggle to him.
I feel like they're already kind of giving up on Khalil Herbert a little bit.
Good, I would. I think Rashawn Johnson, when they drafted him, I was like, this might be
You were happy
maybe
about
their
it,
best draft pick of the day.
He was unfortunately behind Bijan, which is the only reason why.
You know what I'm really excited for, though?
Yeah.
Like, for real, right now, Velus Jones
Yeah.
is possibly out for the season.
Oh my God.
I'm so jacked for this because I'm tired of having Velus Jones stuffed down my football throat.
Yeah.
Because he's not good.
I don't root for injuries because
I don't want anybody to get
I'm a
injured.
positive player guy, but I'll let Mike make his own call.
I just don't want him to play on this team
Yeah.
anymore because he sucks ass.
Yeah, there's just so much to it. There's guys out. Jaquan Brisker has an illness. Other people are getting injured every day. It's just kind of like, okay. This is the Bears. This is what we have, and this is what we're going to get for the foreseeable future. And also, if they beat the Kansas City Chiefs, everybody's back in. Will they beat them? No, but if they beat the Chiefs, every single person is, they figured it out. They're back, baby. And I guarantee it because Chicago's a cesspool of assholes, and we're two of them. And that's how it goes. So if they beat the Chiefs,
Cesspool of
we're
assholes.
back, baby. We're going to the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl last year. We win the Super Bowl this year. They beat the Bengals last year, and everybody's like, maybe. And then they lost every single game after that. So beat the Chiefs this week just so we can feel some love.
We haven't won since October of 2022.
Yeah, what are they like?
12 games.
12 games. I was going to say 13. 12 games in a row they've lost.
This is really bad. And it was supposed to be so much better. I'm just confused. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's management. And I mean,
16 weeks left. That's all I'm gonna say.
hypothetically, what if you have 2 top 10 picks in this year's upcoming draft?
Hey, you
How
want
are
to
you
hear
going to?
something funny?
Huh?
Right now, 1 and 2 is the Arizona Cardinals, and 3 and 4 is the Chicago Bears. If the season were to end right now.
What? Let's go.
Because it's literally going
Straight up and get
Cardinals,
Caleb.
Texans, Panthers, Bears.
You think if Caleb comes out, they draft him and just say, Field, sorry, hit the street.
Caleb's going to come out?
We'll see.
I'm so proud of him.
Oh,
No, I don't think he wants to go to the Bears. I think that's one of those. I think that's one of those teams where he's like, I don't want to.
Check it off.
Yeah.
All right.
But that'd be cool. That'd be fun. I thought about that. A lot.
And now to add insult to injury, there's more nonsense coming out about the team itself. And the division is clearly starting internally because
This
now the
feels
press
like
is getting to them
maybe-
week 2.
Maybe this is like instead of
Either that or it's the beginning of the
it brings it's either gonna bring everybody together or pull everybody apart. There's no in between on that.
To Vince's point, if we beat the Chiefs on Sunday,
We're back, baby.
We're back.
It was
All
the
right.
defensive coordinator the whole time.
Moving on.
Okay, moving on. Chiefs at Jaguars. Rip it or skip it.
I could rip it for a
I
second.
kind of am like, rip it too, I guess.
I guess,
Jaguars didn't look good.
Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Okay, can we talk about this for like 3 seconds right
Sure,
now?
sure.
All right. So Taylor Swift.
This is our podcast. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
You're right. Taylor Swift, notably,
Yeah.
dates like pretty boys,
Yeah.
right?
He's a handsome looking
I'm
guy.
not saying that Travis isn't a good-looking cat.
Yeah.
He is. He is.
Yeah.
He really is. But he is not the subtype that she would date
No.
because she hasn't dated ball players in the past. She's dating fucking Maddie Healy from the
Yeah.
1975, who's a fucking goofball. Great
Yeah.
tunes, but
Yep.
just a fucking goofball.
Oh, yeah.
And then not only on top of that, before that, dated some skinny dude, and now she's dating a fucking monster of a human being.
Yeah.
It's like she found that big boy life. Okay, for the record,
Yeah.
if you're a single female, big boys, you're welcome. Done. See, Vince, I'm calling it out for you.
You think you think people are like, hey, so I like these small guys, and then this fucking asshole,
Everybody has a
this
type.
fucking asshole on this podcast in Chicago was like, date some big guys, and I'm doing it. My life's better. It will be
Just
better.
saying.
I'll cook for you, sweets.
Just saying.
Yeah, the Jaguars didn't look good. Chris Jones and Travis Kelce are good.
Really good.
Who would have thunk?
No shit.
Everybody. So this is great. I am happy for the Chiefs.
It was a close game. I mean, it was a close game.
No scoring in this game.
Not kind of. I mean, the Chiefs. I forgot his name. He had like 6 penalties. And some dude on defense had like 6 penalties to himself.
Well, that offensive tackle that kept pulling off the line last week too. He was in and out the whole time.
94 penalty yards.
Just off of his penalties?
No, there was a total of 12 penalties, 94
Woof.
yards.
Jeez Louise.
I mean, they're lucky they won this game.
I'm sure Andy Reid isn't very happy.
Yeah, so they got some stuff to clean up out there in KC. That ain't no joke.
All right. Moving on. Packers at Falcons. Rip it or skip it?
Rip it, because
Rip
I
it.
got to go in on something really fast.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. How could it be?
Okay.
How could it fucking be?
All right.
No. This can't happen again. No. No.
What?
This can't be 3 fucking decades in a row of 3 solid, I'm not going to give him that yet where he's a Pro Bowler, but dude, he looks really fucking good.
In a losing effort, man, you know?
I know they lost by a point. I get it.
151 yards. The Falcons kind of suck.
3 touchdowns?
Yeah.
3 touchdowns.
It's a good offense. I don't know, man. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I really don't want to believe it.
Bro.
You're in the I hate this phase. I'm in the no way that's possible phase.
Really?
2 more weeks. Really good 2 more weeks. I'm going to be so mad.
You're going to be right on this train with me, cuz.
But I have decided to practice restraint this year.
I'm not.
Just like
He's
last
good.
week, just like right now, I've
Okay.
decided to practice restraint.
Statistically,
Yep.
he's already won more games
Yep.
than Justin Fields. Oh, no, my bad.
I don't think that's right.
He has never mind.
I think that's like one. I think
in
he
my
might
brain
be,
he
he might
already
be
did.
tied.
I think we'll
he might be close to tie.
Check in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. But
Check
even
in
so, I understand your anger and frustration,
move on,
and I
move
share
on.
it, but I'm just not gonna.
Move on. Move on.
Raiders at Bills. Skip it or rip it.
Don't care.
Kind of want to skip it,
Skip it.
but the Raiders fucking suck, and I've told everybody this, and people for some reason believed it. Josh McDaniels is not a good coach.
Jimmy Garoppolo's from Arlington Heights, and he's handsome. Done. Continue.
Chargers at Titans. Skip it or rip it.
Let's go in.
Let's go in.
Let's go in. Let's rip this
Let's
one.
rip it.
Justin Herbert just can't catch a break. This poor kid plays his ass off and he can't win.
He might be the best quarterback in the fucking league, and they can't win a goddamn game,
Because
dude.
they can't play defense.
Yeah, they have 2 guys on defense that are very good, and they have 2 guys on or they got more than 2 guys. But I'm saying they can't get pressure up the middle. They make Ryan Tannehill look good, which is really embarrassing. Derrick Henry hasn't been amazing, but goddamn if he didn't run him for a touchdown.
Looks good.
They go to overtime, they lose on a fucking field goal.
Man.
That's
this
the
poor
sit. No, excuse me. That's the Los Angeles Chargers for you in a goddamn nutshell. Since the beginning of time, they have fucking
they were
LT.
all like,
Phillip Rivers is the fucking man. They got good receiving
Kellen
cores. They got
Moore.
Antonio Gates. They have all this stuff. They got Lorenzo Neal's big ass in the backfield. Doesn't matter.
Lorenzo
Sean
Neal was
Merriman.
Lorenzo Neal may have been the best fullback to ever live.
Yeah, and they also had
Next to Mike Allstott. Mike
The
Allstott, Woodstock King.
yeah, freaking who was that white guy that played safety for him? Gonna have to think about it, but that was
Rodney Harrison played safety for him
That's
before
true.
he played for the New England Patriots.
Yes,
Rodney Harrison.
but I'm talking
dog.
like mid 2000s. But I'll think about it. I'll bring it back around next week. But
Eric Weddle. You're thinking Eric
yeah,
Weddle. You're
dog.
welcome.
Dog, thank
Dog.
you.
That's
dog.
many moons ago now.
And all those guys don't make a difference because they just can't catch a break, and I'm sorry for them.
No, and they can't play defense, and they got the other Bosa brother, who is very good, but
Dude,
he's more
so good. He would be so good.
Derwin James is also very good.
Right. And now we're at a point where we're like, okay,
I don't know, man.
it is what it is.
Personally, I believe this whole Kellen Moore thing is not a very good experiment so far.
Overrated.
And yeah, they're going to be right to the bottom of the barrel because they're
There it
0-2 as well. So continue.
49ers at Rams. Skip it or rip it.
I just think this Puka kid's a dog.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that was all I wanted to talk about too. And Stafford's back.
Matty Stafford is back.
Even though the 49ers won this, I think the Rams are better than everybody thought.
Okay, there was some conspiracies behind this game though.
Oh.
Because if you bet them,
do you
the
see what he
spread?
said? Do you see what he said? So
he's like, oh, I didn't know it mattered.
So the Rams kick a field goal at the end of the game. People were like, maybe they kick a field goal, 1 second left, onside kick, run it back. That would have been the only possibility of them winning. But he said that he didn't want to injure Matt Stafford. He being Sean McVay. That's why they kicked the field goal.
Why wouldn't you just throw it deep? I mean, granted, you were
they
down
didn't want
10.
to injure him. That's what they said. So he thought, kick a field goal, onside kick, run it back.
I mean,
that's the only
you gotta
real
keep
way
your
you
team
can
in the
do
game.
it.
You
Yeah.
gotta keep your team in the game.
But yeah, so they ended up kicking a field goal, which ended up essentially covering. And people who bet
Vegas
on that,
called it in.
and they
You heard
said,
it here
"You gotta
first,
do
people.
it." So
Vegas called it in.
there's conspiracy on that. I don't know if it's true, but goddamn, if it is, it's so funny.
Oh yeah, Vegas called it in.
All right,
Keep it moving.
Giants at Cardinals. Skip it or rip it.
Don't care.
Great defense on the Cowboys.
Vince is already moving on and getting
Excuse
over.
me, on the Giants.
I mean,
Good job.
Saquon does have a high ankle sprain after this
Sorry,
game, and
it
they
is what
did
it
almost
is.
lose this game. And I think the head coach of the Cardinals talking about pew, 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 maybe already on the hot
The
seat.
Cardinals are weird and funny.
They are a little
And
weird and
they've
funny.
been competitive both of these games. More competitive than the Bears, so it is what it is.
What?
All right, Jets at Cowboys.
Hey, little Zach. I
Yeah.
don't think he's it. I
Yeah.
don't think he's it.
We'll see if they end up picking up a quarterback. I don't
They're
really have
gonna
anything
have
else to
to.
say about this. This
3
Cowboys
picks?
defense is legit.
Legit. really good.
Dak Prescott looked really fucking good too.
Yeah, Dak did look
Especially
good.
against a really good defense.
Yeah. Although it could be Trey Lance season soon. Watch out.
No shot.
Way. No way. CeeDee Lamb, 11 receptions. Woof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't, and that's the thing too. Dak didn't really throw at Sauce too much in that game either. So,
Well,
some of the coverage was interesting there.
it was.
The Commanders versus the Broncos. Skip it or rip it.
Oh, I kind of want to talk about this. This is fun.
Let's go.
Sam Howell looking good.
Yeah.
Get short king, right?
Yeah, but the Broncos are fucking. Ugh.
I think Russ is cooked.
I think he's cooked, and we're saying that when he has 308 yards and 3 touchdowns. But
Doesn't matter.
That
I don't.
completion percentage is buttholes.
It's just not good, and they don't look good. And I mean now,
And they
regardless
have
of
receivers,
regardless of his stat line, Sean Payton's calling him out to the media. Like he's not going to put up with it.
he shouldn't. I mean,
And the
Javonte
problem
Williams, 12 carries, 44 yards. That ain't gonna do.
The problem is they don't have draft picks, Vince.
I know.
So what are you
'Cause
going to
they-
do?
Nothing. You're in purgatory forever, my guy.
Oh man.
Yeah, so
This is
they're
bad.
bad news Bears on the Denver side. Maybe they can turn it around, but Washington, man, tied for
2-0.
first in the division.
2-0.
Riverboat Ron bringing them to
Riverboat
a
Ron.
winning
They got an offense now. They got a guy who potentially could be the head coach before the end of the season.
Yeah, do you
and
feel
Eric
bad
Bieniemy.
about that?
No.
It's like it kind of feels like they just keep showing Bieniemy, and they're like,
This could be a
"He's
guy.
next. He's next," and then Ron Rivera's just like, "Yeah."
Ron
Sitting
Rivera's
there.
just like defense.
Yeah, and it just feels like they're just ready to replace him.
Scary Terry came back and he looked good. 5 receptions, 1 tutty.
Beast.
Total.
Dolphins at Patriots. Skip it or rip it.
Rip it.
Rip it.
Pats.
Dolphins
I,
fucking rock.
For the record,
Dolphins are good.
we haven't been telling people who won what game, but
Yeah.
needless to say, I didn't win this week, so we'll just keep it moving.
This is one that you did win. No, I think Tua's legit. I think Tua's really good. I think this offense going into another season with it where everybody thought, maybe it's just going to be like a flash in the pan. I think Mike McDaniel is a really good coach, and I think that this team is really good.
Yeah, but what I loved was the blocked kick.
Yes.
That was great.
And I mean, shit, the Patriots could have.
So
they really could have.
It was so interesting. If you watch the game, like the defender lined up where a wide receiver would next to the sideline and then timed it perfectly.
Yep.
Ran in, dove, bop. I mean, it was
Mm-hmm.
awesome to watch live. Like this, the highlight reel's insane. Now, there's a whole conspiracy pod behind this. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So basically, the guy who's the holder for the Dolphins was the punter for the Pats for like the past like 3 years or some shit.
Okay.
And leave it to the Belichick legend himself. It looks like, allegedly, they timed his breathing routine, which he does have, because if you look at it, he like...
You got to assume most kickers do, right? Or most
He's not a
holders do?
kicker, he's a
well,
holder.
No, I'm saying like you got to
But he
assume
had a
all of
tell.
that is all of that is. Dum, 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 dum,
It was
dum,
like
dum,
poker.
dum. Yeah, like rhythm.
He had a
Yeah,
tell.
Yeah.
And they timed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's like pitchers when pitchers have a tell too, or it's like
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're doing. But yeah, I think this Dolphins team's good. I think this Dolphins team has a chance to win this division now that the Jets are kind of out of the equation. So
True.
we'll see how that goes. 2 more games here: Saints at Panthers. I want to rip this.
All right, rip it.
Bryce Young is a small little guy.
He's a little. And he doesn't know where to line up.
Did you? Yeah. So first things first, lined up behind the guard instead of the center. So
Miles Sanders had to like
Miles Sanders
push
pushed him
a
over
little
to make
bit.
sure that he got it at the
They'd be
right
like,
place.
hey, bro, just scoot over
And
a
then
little bit.
also they came out, I want to say yesterday, and said that they can't run QB sneaks because he's too tiny.
What?
Yeah.
He's really good at running now.
Yeah, but you can't run through the middle if you're a tiny little guy.
Wouldn't that be the exact opposite, though?
No, they want you to just run right through your line.
Okay, what's the
And-
height of
and
Sam
they-
Howell?
And
Now
they
I'm curious.
and they brought in Andy Dalton to do that this week.
What?
Yeah. So that stinks. It's like he's just a small little guy.
What is the height of Sam Howell?
He's
Okay,
got, what,
Sam Howell
6'3"?
6'1".
6'1", okay.
Sam Howell 6'1". Little guy, small king. Okay. Now Bryce Young.
5'10.5", right?
Bryce Young height
Maybe I think they gave him 5'11".
5'10".
Yeah.
Wow. He's just a little guy.
He is a pipsqueak, and it's hard to do that. He's not he's not a brick house like Jalen Hurts either. He's a skinny guy. So.
He's a little guy.
And don't get me wrong, very talented, very quick, can do all those things. But this was my concern going into it. We'll see if they can turn it around. But the Saints won't apologize for a win.
But it was a close game. I mean, they only won by a field goal.
They're a defense-led team. That's how it's going to go. I'm hoping the Panthers keep losing because the Bears get that pick.
Tony Jones. Shout out to Tony Jones. That's all I got. Now, hey, here's a guy to pay attention to if you're a fantasy lover.
Shout out to Tony Jones.
Tony Jones. It sounds like a lounge singer. And now introducing Tony Jones.
Tony Jones.
Now, a guy to pay attention to is Rashid Shaheed. Not shithead.
No.
Shaheed.
Yeah.
He's looking really good. I don't know if he's a wide receiver or a running back. He just looks great.
It got a little chippy too at the end. I know Michael Thomas was talking some shit, so it's always fun to see that.
2-0. Saints are 2-0.
I'll say grip it and rip it here.
All right, it's our last game. We've ripped
but we're gonna rip it because Nick Chubb might be dead.
Oh, this poor man. Second injury of this kind in 10 years.
That hit was brutal. The way he was hit was brutal. I hate the defender for hitting him like that, knowing that he was already getting wrapped up. And then it just sucks because it gets him right at the knee. And then he goes right angle on his knee, and his whole leg is just sideways. That's fucked. And I get it. You got to make the hit, but just a little bit higher, and that doesn't destroy his entire life.
Yeah, I don't know if it was intentional.
I don't think it was. I think it all just ended up working out.
But Minkah Fitzpatrick has been known for some dirty play in the past.
Was it Minkah that did that?
Yeah, it was Minkah who delivered that hit, and unfortunately, the knee of Nick Chubb is
decimated,
destroyed. I just hope he doesn't lose his leg.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't even know if it completely shed skin.
I'm not saying it went through skin, but he did. He collapsed that same knee at Georgia in 2016.
Right? Yeah, it was like an ACL and
everything,
MCL, and everything.
MCL, PCL, whole shot.
I think that modern medicine will be able to get his knee back. I don't know if he's gonna play football.
I don't think he's ever gonna play again.
It's gonna be rough.
That's really sad.
Which sucks because he's like top 3 running backs in the league.
Really good. Really flipping good.
Deshaun Watson's not very good.
It doesn't look it right now. No, and his offensive line doesn't look very good.
Is he ever going to be back to being good again? It might be the Cleveland curse, just like the Bears have a curse. So, and Kenny Pickett doesn't look very good either.
Kenny Pickett. Okay, here's my thing. Why are all these quarterbacks that came out in 2022 or 2021, Justin Fields class? I mean, the past two class.
No, Pickett wasn't just Fields class.
No, that was last year's class.
He was the first
all
quarterback.
All the quarterbacks in last year's class do not look good.
Yeah.
They don't.
I don't know.
And I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, is it like a really good quarterback? I mean, the only quarterback.
Burrow.
Well, Burrow was 2021.
Yeah.
And then 2022 was that. No, Burrow was 2020.
2020, yeah.
And then 2021 was the Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields draft.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence is good, though.
Really good.
I'll give him good.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a good quarterback in a draft class. There's one really good one every single season.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey.
It's the hardest position to find, and it's the most valuable position in American sports.
The Bears could have had Patrick Mahomes.
He would have sucked on the Bears.
No, I don't think so. I think that's a generational talent. He would win anywhere he goes.
I think he would have sucked on the Bears.
But at the end of the day.
Bears are the Bears, and I don't think
thank God the Steelers have a good defense.
Andy Reid, bro. Andy Reid or Matt Nagy. Actually, we wouldn't even have Matt Nagy. Who do we have before Matt Nagy? John Fox?
No. John Fox and Ryan Pace.
Patrick Mahomes, Ryan Pace, John Fox. What a cool fucking...
Oh, everybody was jacked about that.
Brutal.
Yeah. No, but thank God for the Steelers defense because they carried them.
Yes. Literally. Quite literally. All right. Week 3 picks and we'll get out of here?
Let's get out of here.
What do you say? All right. Giants at 49ers.
Give me the flipping 49ers.
Yeah, there's no way in hell that the Giants are winning that game. All right. Sorry. Pause. I'm taking the 49ers as well.
No way.
And then we're going to go Falcons at Lions.
Give me the Lions. They have a bounce back week.
I'm taking the Lions too. Chargers at Vikings.
Chargers win one.
Chargers win one. Oh, this is like two of like the biggest like.
Huh? You're taking it? Take it.
I want to,
fucking
but
do it.
They both just eat themselves alive.
They're both 0-2.
Is there a way that they? Oh, maybe they tie. Can I take the tie?
No, you can't take a tie.
Why
One's
not?
gonna
That'd
win.
be amazing. I get 2 points for a tie. That'd be sick. I'll take the Vikings.
That
we'll see what the Vikings do. But they both suck. Saints at Packers.
Give me the Saints.
I'm taking the Saints too
Because I don't want to see this.
it's always fuck the Packers. Texans at Jaguars.
Give me the Jags.
Same thing here, obviously.
A lot of passing yards in this game.
Except, CJ might have a good game. Broncos at Dolphins.
Give me the Dolphins.
The Broncos suck. I learned last year. Do you remember that rule last year?
What's
Vince
the rule?
can't take the fucking Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
I
Vince
can't
was
do
a
it
big
anymore.
Broncos guy
I was
last
trying
season.
to get them to be good. And
Really
they
big
couldn't.
Broncos guy last season.
It
for
is what
real.
it is.
For
Titans
real.
at Browns.
Titans at Browns. Give me the Browns for a bounce back
Ooh.
at home without Nick Chubb.
I'll take Tanny season.
Tanny
Give me the
season.
Titans. Moving on.
Titans.
Bills at Commanders.
I don't think it's going to last. Give me the Bills.
I agree. I want the Commanders to win, but I'm taking the Bills because it's the better thing. Colts at Ravens. Minshew season.
No, the Ravens are really going to
Yeah.
pump the brakes off
I'm
of
taking the Edgar Allan Poe Ravens.
Oh, yeah.
Patriots at Jets.
Give me
weeks
the
ago.
Pats.
3
Give me
weeks
the-
ago, I'm taking the Jets.
Give me
Right
the
now, I'm
Pats.
taking the Pats.
Give me the Pats.
Patriots, both sides. Less parity this week than last week for sure. Panthers at Seahawks.
Give me the Seahawks.
Seahawks
Go
have to win this.
figure.
Seahawks got to win this. Keep losing Panthers. Give us a top draft pick. Bears at Chiefs. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Let's burn the fucking city down. Give me the Bears.
Yeah, I'm taking them too. And just so you guys know, if you're just tuning in for the first time,
We
don't
always do
we don't
this.
always take the Bears.
But this time we're
Last
taking it.
year we stopped happening, but this is a good juju move.
It's like a good first 5 weeks, no matter who they play. We're
It's a good
taking
juju
them.
move.
We're taking them.
We got the Cowboys at Cardinals.
Wow, what a piss week. Give me the Cowboys.
Cardinals have been chippy, but I'm taking the Cowboys. Steelers at Raiders.
Give me the Raiders.
Nice.
Jimmy G, I like it.
They might not win a game this year, and that's not going to happen here, so I'm taking the Steelers.
I mean, the Raiders won a game already.
They suck.
Okay.
Did they?
Yeah, they won their first game by
They
a
didn't
point.
win
They
week
beat-
1, did they?
Yeah, they beat the Broncos.
Oh, yeah, because the Broncos
Yeah.
suck. Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Shitty
It
little
happened.
matchup.
It happened.
whatever, man. Yeah, they won by 1. I forgot about this. What a mess.
We operate a sports podcast.
I know,
We
but I
swear
don't.
to
I don't
God.
remember week 1 Raiders. I hate them.
The Raiders.
Eagles at Bucks.
Give me the Bucks.
Ooh,
I like this. Give me the Bucks just because I think it's Baker's season, and I think they're doing really good. I really like Rashad White. I think he looks good. I think he's gonna do what the Vikings couldn't do, which is establish a passing game out of the backfield. And yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
I got to imagine Baker regresses. I'm taking the Eagles.
Wow, Homer.
Rams. Homer for what? I
Another.
don't even live in Philly.
Yeah.
Rams at Bengals.
Give me the Rams.
I'm taking them as well. I don't think Joe Burrow's going to play. It's going to be rough. for
Not a
them.
ton of parity this week, people.
Nope, but
Not
there
a ton.
there is some in there, and we will see if that ends up working out to one of our advantages.
We will see how it plays out. Now, we really pray to God we can give you this video this week because in other
it looks
trials,
good. It looks good.
it looks good so far, and we do pray that the trials and tribulations of the video portion of the Taxi Squad podcast are over, because I do believe they are. And not only that, people, but we do appreciate you tuning in to our very first visual pod, which we are excited to bring to you for the second or third time now.
This is the
Not
third time.
sure.
This is the third time we're trying.
Third time we're trying, third time's a charm, and we promise it'll be more of this to come. So as always, we appreciate you tuning in once a week. If you are on the social media platforms, the Instagrams, the Twitters, or the X's, or whatever they are, you got to go follow on all of them because we appreciate that sort of thing. This should also be posted on YouTube, so this is a new step for us, so please follow the YouTube channel. And then moving forward, as always, you got to like it.
Like it.
You got to share it to a good friend
Share it.
and download it,
Download it.
right? And, if you got a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, we're including the whole family now, everybody.
Yes.
So you got to share it to all of them and enjoy it together. And now you could watch it in your fucking living room.
Let's go.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.